The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama we groma be ya tela e exact beerta na istalena bashante shante. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. If Jah never watch upon your house, the watchman will go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and they be safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks, and I give thanks, and I give thanks. Ah, umau so bolisa adanu wato e was sickly afo. Ah, umau so bolisa akpe kaka akpe sia. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous, super nutritious cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes relocate into the black pot, putting aside all their differences of color, shape, size, aroma, and even flavor. When they come together, they are subjected to some amount of heating, and they produce food. Food that is overly nutritious. Food that is overly sumptuous. Ironically, they do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, me and you, the eaters, who do eat the food. Yet every time, the ingredients and the black pot will collaborate to be able to produce what they don't partake in eating. It's a lesson of selflessness. My brother, my sister, how many of us believe that all poor people are lazy, and how many people believe that it's all because of our hard work? That is why we are able to get rich. How many of us don't think about years to come? Generationally, we don't think. How many of us believe that, oh, we have it all today, let's eat it all for tomorrow we die, not making any allocation and reservation for future generations to come? My brother, my sister, no nation on earth can ever develop without sacrifice. And when we talk about sacrifice, we're talking about selflessness. Sacrifice is forgoing yourself, your own whims and caprices, reserving it for another person to benefit from. That is what sacrifice is. Any nation that is not ready to sacrifice is not ready to grow. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. We don't criticize here. But if we must criticize, it must be for just one reason: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. It's all about the people. It's all about the land. It's all about our nation, about our continent. This is the Black Pot, where the blood of our ancestors speak. Nobody is bigger than the truth. On this show, we talk only about the mindset. We don't talk no religion, no sports, and we don't also talk politics. It's all about patriotism. My brother, my sister, you are welcome to the biggest show of Pan-Africanism on the internet and beyond. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. We are live on YouTube, and I want to acknowledge your presence. I want to say thank you so much, all you wonderful people. We never take you for granted. Each day you come over here and you watch us and listen to our words of wisdom, which we share. We gather a lot from different sources and we bring up to you. I want to thank you for your time. This is the Black Empire Media. Yes, on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and at the same time you click on the notification button, which is a bell, so that anytime we come on live, you'll be the first person to be notified. We are also on other social media platforms as Black Empire Media. Remember, the Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Black Empire Media. Thanks so much to our supporters. We thank you so much. Is it ISIT? We say in spirit, in truth. Now, if your regular social media platform is nothing but violent, racist, and at the same time nudist, what are you talking about? Jump ships and come over to Is It. Is It simply means in spirit, in truth. It is a social media app that has been developed by Ghanaian engineers in America. And the good thing about Is It is that there's no negativity here. They are powerful algorithms that remove every kind of negativity before it even pops up. And there is surveillance on the network, yes, on the app every second. My brother, my sister, what can you do with Is It? You can go live. You can make video and audio calls at the same time. You can also upload your videos and photographs. You meet other very positive-minded people and you share nothing but positivity on Is It. It is yet another planet that you can just call Eden. Download this from Google Play and also App Store for free and be part of this wonderful network of people. We are also supported by Le Shrine. And when we talk about Le Shrine, I'm taking you all the way to Labadi. Oh my God. Where everybody is talking about Le Shrine. It is an executive night club. And you can go there in the daytime as well and just serenade yourself with the beautiful things of nature. It is surrounded by a holy forest, the Gamashi forest. My brother, my sister, and when you go there, the sea breeze alone from the Atlantic Ocean is enough to keep you glued to the spot. What do you want to eat, local or continental? What do you want to drink? Anything you want to drink. We have a bar that is well stocked. And we have quality entertainment. On Monday, we have the karaoke night and adult night. Remember, it's adult night. We have Wednesday night where we play reggae music. Black Santino is there to give you quality reggae music throughout the night to serenade you with quality music. And on Sunday, we have what is known as the Special Ladies Night. It's an adult entertainment. Also, don't go with your children. In fact, our motto at Le Shrine is, anything you want to see, come and see it yourself. You can have your private beach parties. Just give us a call on 0205 5050 or 0204 5050 or 0203 5050 or 0206 5050. Oh yes, we have a mini hotel and a sexy swimming pool. When you jump into it, you feel sexy. This is Le Shrine. Please, make sure you come and visit this beautiful chunk of African beauty. Oh gosh. My name is Black Rasta, and this is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Koko Shonamo. Here we speak truth to power. First story. And today we have 5 stories to unleash on you. I don't regret Ahmed SUALE comment. Please put the I in front there. I don't regret Ahmed SUALE comment. And this Kennedy Agyapong talking. Who is Kennedy Agyapong? He is an MP who wants to be the president of Ghana. But first, he wants to be the flag bearer for his party in power, the NPP. He's one of the honest guys we have in this dirty party, the party in power. He criticizes his own people. He is the main financier for his party. In the last elections, according to him, he supplied over 200 cars and other vehicles to his party. In fact, he is known as a big business Mongol. He makes a lot of money. He claims he is the richest man in Ghana. My brother, my sister, this is Kennedy Agyapong. He wants to be the president of Ghana. A few years back, he threatened to beat up a journalist by name Ahmed SUALE. This is the journalist. He was an undercover journalist, a private investigator, and at the same time, he was an investigative journalist working for Tiger PI, Anas Armeyao Anas. He went undercover and they came out with a story that hit so many big people in the Ghanaian society. One of them was Kwesi Nyantakyi. That documentary was called Number 12. Kwesi Nyantakyi was the head of Ghana Football Administration. He was cut out and removed and disgraced. He was a very close friend to Kennedy Agyapong, even in that undercover document. Kennedy Agyapong, my brother, my sister, was mentioned by Kwesi Nyantakyi, who said that he's one of the loud mouths we have in Ghanaian politics. So if he got enough bribe from whoever he was talking to in that documentary by name Sheikh Atani, he would give part of the money to Kennedy Agyapong. Kennedy Agyapong got angry. For him, he thought that it was not a good journalistic piece. For him, he felt that it was not journalism at all. And he said there was this guy called Ahmed SUALE. Anytime this guy comes here, beat him, do whatever you want with him. And if anything at all, I will pay. He went ahead to flash the photograph of this guy and flash the photographs of a supposed Anas Armeyao Anas on the screen. A few weeks later, Ahmed SUALE was gunned down right in the middle of the street of Medina. He had left behind 2 wives and a number of children. He had visited an early grave, all because of his work as a journalist. Later, Kennedy Agyapong came out to tell us, oh, some people said that that guy had even come to me before and I paid his school fees. For me, he was rubbing more pepper into the wounds of the wounded family. In fact, he was interviewed a couple of days ago, Kennedy Agyapong, and this was what he had to say. Watch this. Come here! I stand by what I said about Ahmed SUALE, Kennedy Agyapong, Member of Parliament for Asin Central and New Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Agyapong, has clarified his earlier statements concerning the late investigative journalist with the Tiger IPI, Ahmed SUALE's character and the circumstances leading to his demise. Speaking in an interview on TV3 on August 16, 2023, Kennedy Agyapong said while he denies any direct involvement in the death of Ahmed SUALE, he understands by the remarks he made about the deceased. He stands by the remarks he made about the deceased. The Asin Central MP had previously labeled SUALE as a bad guy who, together with ace investigative journalist Anas Armeyao Anas, allegedly engaged in entrapment and manipulation of individuals. Agyapong is on record to have asked his workers to beat the deceased, of course then alive, whenever he was found around his business premises. The MP defended his views, which have become very controversial since SUALE was shot dead, stating that the deceased by his actions had caused significant harm to innocent individuals, leading to severe consequences such as job losses and even deaths. Because of this man, if you know the number of people that have been killed, if you know the number of people that have lost their jobs, we have to be fair to all those whose family Anas Armeyao Anas and Ahmed SUALE set up. His own deeds killed him, not me. What I said was that there was a series of videos. The first one was when I mentioned Ahmed SUALE. AGYAPONG narrated how his staff at Kansas City Media drew his attention that Ahmed SUALE had been frequenting the premises and had actually been a beneficiary of AGYAPONG's education support program. I said, if he, run it quick, if he comes here, beat him up, because he's going to set me up. He's going to set Kansas City up. His own deeds caused his death, not me. Ahmed Hussein SUALE was assassinated in Medina on Wednesday, January 16, 2019, by two unknown assailants. The assailants shot him twice in his chest and once in his neck after breaking into his car. The Ghana Police Service is still investigating his murder, but no one has been arrested yet. According to him, his comments were aimed at preventing SUALE from entering his premises, asserting that SUALE had been involved in setting up individuals and subsequently causing them harm. I still maintain it. That's his views about SUALE, because I will not come here today and tell you that I want to be president and therefore what is the truth. I will say it is not the truth. It is. He is a bad guy, or he was. And let me tell you, if you don't have the evidence, Anas used him. All those people that Anas destroyed with the videos and everything, dash it away. Well, I'm glad that at least he is not changing the narrative. He's sticking to what he said was his right. But let's find out if this is truly his right. A member of parliament, a lawmaker, you claim that your people told you that Ahmed SUALE was constantly coming into your house. That's what he said. Come here. Watch me. He was constantly coming to your workplace. And you believe that if he came once, twice, thrice, then he was there to blackmail you, set you up. For that matter, instead of inviting in the police as a lawmaker, you ask people to take the law into their own hands and beat the guy. Do anything you want with the guy in his own ways, and I will pay. That's what Kennedy Japan said. A lawmaker. You make laws for the people of Ghana. A legislator. And all you can say is, hey, when this guy comes to these premises, beat him up. Beat him up. Rough him up. Do anything you want with him, and I will pay. Today the guy is dead, and shamelessly. All you can say, I stand by what I said. He was a bad guy. I don't regret it. I asked them to beat him up. If this was a proper country with people with common sense, this guy would not be walking around talking like that. It's very sad that a family has lost this guy. Let's even say he was a bad guy. Let's even say he was a murderer. So if he was coming into your premises, the best way to deal with such a person is to ask people to take the law into their hands and beat him. How different is this one from the so-called mob justice? Yet you are a lawmaker. You want to be president. You want to be president so you can tell other people so nonchalantly to beat each other up. Why don't you come and beat him up yourself? People who want other people to beat people up, they are normally not strong. They just talk. People who are asking soldiers to go to war, let they and their children go to that war. They use people. Kennedy Japan is saying that Anas used Ahmed SUALE. Fair enough. But you use people more. You are not strong. You cannot fight. Today, if there's a fight, fisticuffs, can Kennedy Japan survive it? Yet these are the people who are calling violence on people. It hurts me. Ahmed SUALE is gone. Today he can't come back and talk. He was shot and killed so violently right in the middle of the evening traffic at Medina. He left behind 2 wives. Information reaching us is that the wives are not even properly taken care of. They are complaining. family has decided to send the wives away by Islamic standards and laws. They are young enough to go out and get married again in this period when it's very difficult to get men. They have asked them to go out and get married. Hey, according to the Islamic law, as told to us by the family of Ahmed SUALE, the women Ahmed SUALE got married to were quite young at the time of the husband's death. So by Islamic law, they are supposed to leave the house and go and get married. So they are out there. The family doesn't take care of them anymore. My brother, let's think about this seriously. They are children for Ahmed SUALE. The family is taking care of the children, but the women are supposed to take care of themselves. We all know how it is. When you have a child with a man, your market goes down. How many men want to pick up women with a baggage? I'm not fighting any religion, and I'm not fighting any family. I'm just asking. Now the women are out there because a very careless MP came out and said, when he comes here, beat him, do anything you want with him, and I will pay. And the guy was actually killed in Medina. And that is where Ken City, Kennedy Japan's media house is. Because he lived in Medina. Kennedy Japan, with all love and respect, I know you watch me. I know you listen to me. You like what I say. You believe I'm a patriot. You believe nobody can ever sway me with their coins and their carrots. I like some of the things you say. You claim PhD. P for patriotism, H for honesty, and D for discipline. This is what I've been talking about in the Black Green. And we are still saying the same thing. I like that trait about you, where you stand by something as long as you believe that you are right, but this time we are wrong. He was a bad guy. You as a lawmaker, what does the law say about asking people to beat people? Does it make sense to you? You are wrong. You should apologize and say you are sorry. In fact, for asking the public to beat him up. Don't try to maneuver around it and say, oh, I wanted to deter him from coming here. That's nonsense. You wanted to deter him, and you put it out in the media. Please, I think that you should apologize. You can help heal the family. You can help. You didn't kill the man. Nobody's saying that you killed the guy. But because of your utterances, it's possible that somebody passed through your utterances and killed this guy. It's like those careless prophets who come up and say, oh, I see that Black Rasta is going to die in the next 2 months. Hey, Black Rasta must come here for prayer. And enemies of Black Rasta lurk in the darkness. He's coming and boom, boom, boom. They kill him. Hey, the prophecy has come to pass. Nobody's going to suspect that somebody killed Black Rasta. They're going to say that the prophecy has come to. Angels came from heaven and killed him. Please, let's be very careful and be circumspect. You want to be president. And if this is how you reason, that the laws that we pay you to go and make for us, you don't even respect the law. It hurts. As for the family of Ahmed SUALE, they are extremely patient. If this was another family somewhere, I am sure that by now they would have gone on the rampage. Because some of these things, the MP is saying, they are so hurting. Come here. The man is dead. He's left behind 2 wives and a number of children. The children are going through hell. Wives are going through hell. And all you can say is that I don't regret it. He was a bad guy, and I asked my people to beat him. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Dash it away, my brother. And bring me the next thing. I am your P, uncle. Miss, I am your P. Hey, Abadini. Will Akufo-Addo ever apologize? There be that cheer. This arrogant president apologize to who? But who wants an apology from Nana Akufo-Addo? Oh, I know this guy. Recently, he's also been speaking as if he has a brain hemorrhage. Yes, I like him. He's a professor. He speaks his mind. But last week he started saying some abstract things, and I was wondering if maybe he had reached the level, that level where people don't, you know what I mean. But with all respect, he's a man that I admire. I love him. This Professor Ade, right? Yes, Professor Ade. Some people say it's Ade. He spells it A-D-E-I. Is it Ade or Ade? Whatever it is, he's a professor. Run the story, my youth. I haven't heard an explicit apology from Oforiatta, Akufo-Addo, and this is Professor Ade. Sure. A renowned economist, Professor Stephen Ade, has said that there has not been an instance where the president and the minister for finance have explicitly rendered any apology to Ghanaians over the state of the economy. He stated that it is a bad practice in Ghana's political space for politicians to refuse to own up to their shortfalls and wrongdoings. Professor Ade said the president must apologize to Ghanaians for inflicting hardship on them. We have a problem with governance in this country. The economy is set. People in government, whether National Democratic Congress, that's the NDC, or the New Patriotic Party, do not admit fault. I think it's a bad practice. I haven't heard an explicit statement from the president or Minister of Finance, Ken Oforiatta, that we are sorry for what has happened to Ghana. Even whether things went beyond our capacity, whether it was Ukraine-Russian war, COVID-19 pandemic, Professor Ade was quoted by Assassinius as saying the people must apologize. The economics further opined that the admission of fault can go hand in hand with the attribution of the crisis to external factors, as has been done in recent times. I would have expected the government to say things are hard in Ghana. We have tried to steady the boat, but we want to apologize for the infliction, not by us, but even by some economic standards. That's it. What a good old professor is saying is nothing but the truth. Politicians are too big to apologize. They believe that by apologizing is just a way of saying that they are weak. I'll take you to Muhammad's days. We all remember when John Dramani Mahama said that he had developed a certain syndrome known as the dead goat syndrome. Some people said he was the dead goat, but what he said was that he had developed a certain syndrome known as the dead goat syndrome in human form. He had developed a goat syndrome. And that dead goat syndrome made him become very immune and very, very much resisting. My brother, my sister, anything that people said around. Let me put it into perspective. People were demonstrating, agitating for salary increases, industrial strikes and all that. And Muhammad said, I'm used to this. People have come over to me. And all of them came trying to demonstrate just because it's election year. I will not push my budget out of sync. But I want to tell you that in my first 2 years of being president, I witnessed so many such strikes. If I didn't die then, if nothing happened then it means that nothing would happen now. After all, I have developed the dead goat syndrome, where I have become so numb. That's the word. Numb to all your agitations. That was a careless statement. Careless. Any smart president would have said that, well, you know what? Your agitations, I know they are for good reasons. We apologize for the hardship you're going through, whether we caused it or not. But then you go ahead to give reasons. Did you write essays when you were in the secondary school? These days, I don't know if they teach essay writing in English classes. Me, I was taught English, proper English language when I was in school. T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School. T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School. If a friend invites you, remember those days, essay writing. Kwame has invited you to his birthday party. You couldn't attend. Write a letter to him telling him you couldn't attend. First and foremost, how do you begin that essay? He has a salutation, right? You are writing a letter. So there must be a salutation. Then there must be a body. If you want, you can give it an introduction. But you can never turn down an invitation without giving a reason. So what do? Oh, I'm unable to attend. All because my father and I are going to be traveling to the next country, Togo, on the same day that you're going to be having the birthday party. Oh, how I wish I could have come. I do apologize. But the reason is A, B, C, D. But when you become arrogant, that is when you tell people, I can't attend. And that's final. You must give a reason. Any turning down of an offer must come with a reason. So when Mahama said dead goat syndrome, we are all angry. And we relegated him to where dead goat syndrome people are kept. ICU. We removed him from government. And we brought human beings to come and rule us. Now the human beings have all become demigods. And now everybody sees Mahama as a saint. It's painful. They never apologize because they are demigods. You think Mahama, who refused to apologize to us, and now that is in opposition, he's apologizing. He's saying sorry for the hardships his government created when he was in power. And that when he's given the opportunity, he will do something better. For me, late than never. Nana Akufo-Addo is so arrogant. Keroforiata, he's worse, is more arrogant than Satan. When they were even asking him to get out of power, you know what he said? He said, all those people asking me to leave, they don't even understand what it is to say economics and economy. And the people were angry. His own party people. Arrogance. They never apologize. They forget that it's people who put them in there. They think they are overly brilliant. Nana Akufo-Addo is a shocking element. He shocks more than electricity. He's worse than Satan. I can't wait to see how Satan will sodomize him in hell. Look at how you struggle to be president. Edu Buahin, who was one of the founding fathers of your party. He never became president. He died a sorry death. You became president after trying several times. This should have humbled you, but no, arrogance. Well, the professor has spoken. And you know how it is. We don't have too much time. We always want to keep it within 60 minutes. I wish I could speak more on this. But politicians, learn how to accept. What the good old professor is saying is that, yes, you have reasons why the economy has gone bad. But first and foremost, it's like a doctor. When you go to a doctor and he's going to inject you or give you an injection, you know what he says? He says, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's going. Proper doctors will tell you that, oh, it's just like a mosquito bite. This is not. Then the pack that he gives you, he says, hey, say, oh, I'm sorry. What is he sorry for? He's making you well. But that is what is called courtesy. In some countries, they say courtesy. Guyana, they say courtesy. It's common courtesy. I have seen people on the street. Somebody steps on the leg of the other. And the person who is taking the pain rather says sorry. It's courtesy. Not our politicians. They never apologize. Well, I have to give credit to Nana Akufo-Addo. He's apologized a number of times. In fact, at least I've heard 3 apologies from Nana Akufo-Addo when he came to power. He said his people misled him into believing something. And he went to the gallery with that information only to realize that he had made a fool of himself. 3 times he apologized. That I can say. But if it comes to humility, Mahama is far more humble than the demonic Nana Akufo-Addo. Arrogant Nana Akufo-Addo. We all know that. Mahama could be corrupt. He could be full of giddy, 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 and all that. Today he says, give me another chance. I'll be a better person. We are going to look at the track record. What did he do? Can we forgive him? Can we bring him back? The power is in your hands. Why is Bawumia not apologizing? Is he not the head of the economic team? Arrogant. When he told us that we will never have e-levy. You remember when Bawumia told us that? And then when e-levy came into being, he couldn't come as a gentleman to even tell us, oh yes, it was not my will. I apologize. Arrogant idiots in power. He couldn't. Because he feels like he will speak against his party. He wants to be president. If this guy becomes president, forget it. I will leave this country for you. Do I even matter? Take your country, fry it like chichinga and eat it. When he's out of power, I will return. To God be the glory. I will not sit down to be called a fool twice. No, sir. Not possible. That's it, my youth. When we return, we have more. When we return, we would also be looking at the messages you are sending. Please keep the messages coming in. Keep them as respectful as possible. Do not insult people around. And keep it good community level. Right? That's what it is. You can criticize whatever, but criticize it constructively. That's what it is. Or else you become like Nana Akufo-Addo and all those politicians who are so arrogant and don't want to apologize to anybody. To God be the glory. When we return, we have more. Hey! Whoa! This is the Black Pot, aka Coco Show, number where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are supported by Is alongside Le Shrine. You make sure that you jump on the Is platform and you make sure that you go to Le Shrine and serenade yourself, you know, with quality. Oh my God. Heavenly blessings. This is what it is. Well, my name is Black RASTA, and this is the Black Pot, aka Coco Show number. And here we speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Next story. What does it say? UK company leaves Ghana, refusing to pay bribes. It's all over the place. Yesterday, when I saw this story, in fact, I cranked. You know what it means to crank? You know when your engine starts cranking? My whole body cranked. I broke down. In fact, I fell apart like a house of cards. The white man came to teach us corruption. The British came here, taught us corruption. Left us, now they are running away from corruption. And we are busily hugging corruption, kissing the ass of corruption. Jesus have mercy. It's sad, my brother. May I take you through the story? Can I take you through? The former president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, is not happy. Why is he not happy? This is the reason. UK subsidiary firm in Ghana lost contract for not paying bribes. And this is Mahama lamenting. Come here! Think say you day wise. Mahama put out something. Let me have the beginning of this. Yes, Mahama put out something, and that thing he put out shocked a lot of people. Mahama said he felt so much pain inside him, and that thing broke him down. I was saddened to read the attached LinkedIn post about the unpleasant experience of a UK subsidiary company. I reckon in a circumstance like this, I would, as president, have wished to personally meet with this investor to find out more about their unfortunate experience and discuss immediate measures to keep their investment here in Ghana. John Mahama said in a tweet. So they said this is the beginning of the whole thing. The former president of Ghana and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has voiced his concerns over the negative experience encountered by a UK subsidiary company operating in Ghana. This comes after the said company operating in Ghana was unwilling to pay bribes to some ministry officials to be awarded a contract to supply their products to health facilities. He explained that because of their unwillingness to pay the bribes, they were not given the contract they needed to go ahead with their services. Reacting to this, former President John Dramani Mahama described the incident as unfortunate and unpleasant. He said if he were the president, he would have met with these investors to discuss the immediate measure to keep their investments in the country. And that's what I read to you. The former president further emphasized the significance of prioritizing such investors and in their investments. As president, it is important to also prioritize the experiences of investors, he said. That's what the president wrote. My brother, but this is the whole sad story that the investor put out on LinkedIn. And when you read it, it's sad. Dash it, my youth. Hear me now. Watch me. This is not new. I don't know why we are making it look like it just happened. It's rife in the country. On the streets, police are asking for bribes. Immigration would ask for bribe when you arrive at the airport. If I was president, I would sack all these idiots and begin the whole country afresh. Nobody is teaching the people patriotism. They are watching American movies. They are watching Chinese soaps and watching Colombian soaps. They are not taught their own history. They are not seeing their own black selves in top class positions. How on earth can you be paid to work and serve the nation? Then you will go asking for bribes before you do what we are paying you for. Are you a fool? Or you're an idiot? What the heck is wrong with you? When I go to the airport and I'm traveling, people come around me and asking me for money. When I'm in traffic, people are running all around me asking me for money. I don't give money to people on the streets. No, I don't do that because I want to keep them off the streets. There's so much danger on the streets. Cars lose their brakes and kill people. We all gather and mourn. And the next day they are back on the streets and we kill them again. So it's a cyclical foolishness happening around us. Cyclical routine foolishness. And if you don't give them out on the street, people think you are mean. They are not looking at the bigger picture. My brother, bribery is all over the place. The other day my internet went down. And I decided to call the company that provides me with internet here so I can come up and speak with you. And the guy said, yeah, bossu. Yeah, I go come. But you know, say, like, I did tema. I did do work, give somebody. I go left that job, then can say, no, you can't leave that job. Much as it's an emergency, that person too is paying for you to serve them. Just finish it quickly and come over. Oh, no, boss. You see, say you will be top class person. I say, please, finish with whatever you're doing. If I want to finish, I'm going to go chair. All right, then hold on to that. Give me another person who is free to come and deal with. Oh, I'm the only one free. I said, give me your boss's number. I need to talk to your boss. If you are the only person who is free, then the company is not serious. My brother, next thing, I knew what he wanted, but I was also trying to teach him a lesson. Then finally, he said, oh, boss, it be like the things about finished, but they come from Tema. If I come, I will pay my transportation. I said, I pay your transportation. Your company is not paying your transportation. I'm paying money to your company. You still want me to pay your transportation to come and do what I paid your company to do? What foolishness is that? What is that? And if I don't pay it, I'm without internet and I cannot come and speak to my people. You see how it works? We vote them into power and they are those who become our demons. You have to pay them to do what we already paid them to do. This is foolishness, brethren. This is not just criminal, it is foolishness. There's no patriotism in this. I go to America, people behave like human beings, and I come to Ghana, I see animals all over the place. It's sad for me to say this as a Pan-Africanist, but that's the truth. I go to America, I'm in a queue. I see a woman coming in a wheelchair. I say, oh, please. You understand? That's how it works. When I turn back to look at the next person standing by me, it might be Bill Gates or Elon Musk. In my country, they'll pull him into the boss's office where the air condition is loudest. Grrr, and then they'll serve him with a drink while somebody is working on the thing and we are standing in the heat waiting for our turn. What is that? That's why when I go to a bank, I do not jump the queue. They recognize me. Yeah, Black RASTA. Oh, please, no. Okay, I'll go to you and respectfully tell you, oh, yeah, it's okay, but I have time. I'm going to wait a little bit for my turn. So, oh, no. I know it's out of respect, but that respect is full respect. If I wasn't in my position, I'm not sure I would have that. Let it pass. In other circumstances, I might accept it, but for now, no. My brother, that is how we build a nation. Everybody wants bribe. The other day, they asked people to pay bribe before they will meet the president and talk to him. Do you remember that incident? Politicians, when you see them walking around, nobody trusts them anymore. They are all seen as demons. And police cannot even bring some respect to the profession. They are still on the street begging for money when they are being paid for the work they are doing. How will people respect your thing? And soldiers have joined them too. They are also helping them to take bribes. Oh, Jesus have mercy. Come here. Oh, help, uncle. Miss, oh, help. Please. Now the company is gone. I would have also behaved like this company. I will not pay bribes. I work with people. Some of them get into trouble with the police. They have all come to understand that when they have a problem with the police, they don't call me. Of course, if I walk to the police and show my face, oh, it be your boy, oh, make it go. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I will not do that, even if it was my son. No. Once they are in trouble with the police, let the law take its course. I will come there to bail my son, but to use my influence to bend the law, there be that. I encourage police to do their work, soldier to do their work, the lawyer to do his work. I tell you something. There was a time a woman gave me some cash. I'll keep the details. It was for a reason. Then later, she was overly trying to demand something that I couldn't give her. She was insisting that she wanted it, and I felt that I don't want to sacrifice this thing. I want to keep it to myself. And she started asking me for her money. I spoke to my lawyer, and lawyer said, oh, you didn't sign any document, blah, blah. We can just go to court and, I'll tell the court that you didn't take anything from the woman. She has no, I said, my conscience. This conscience. That is where the evidence is. Today I might free myself from the law. But deep here, subhanallah, I will never forget it. Let us develop conscience and a heart that beats for our nation. When you see the Americans, you hear the national anthem playing and some of them are weeping like babies. You hear some of these Arab countries, they are playing the national anthem and they are weeping like babies. Yet when they are playing our national anthem, that is when we are busily asking for a cigarette. That is when we are looking for mankani and kobe so we can go and eat. Patriotism, brethren. That's it. When we return, your messages we shall read. Wayo!
Are you in Accra? Are you looking for an experience that will live with you forever? Come with me to Lake Shrine, where you see anything you want to see. What do you want to eat, continental or local? Lake Shrine has a mini hotel fitted with a swimming pool that is so sexy and will leave you with a sweet experience. Lake Shrine has a nightclub, top of the class for VVIP and more. On Mondays, we have karaoke and adult parties. Wednesdays, reggae night. Sundays, special ladies night. We also have live reggae concerts at Lake Shrine. Anything you want to see, be here to see it yourself. We are located at La Boma Beach, where the Atlantic Ocean's water serenade Lake Shrine. Call us on 0203 5050 or 0204 5050 or 0205 5050 0206 5050. Visit our website at Lake Shrine and see more. Lake Shrine, anything you want to see, be here to see it yourself.
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Show. And here we speak truth to power. Roll the guns. Ras Osaje Fuduwa Bill, Tindan Dogo, Goma Dogo, Yinzor Bill. Welcome on board, Jap people. Here comes the Blackpot. Joseph Kwesi Azi says, Blakk, I salute you and the team. Blakk, politicians have become morally bankrupt. Fireburn them. Let the coup flow. Well, coups are not the best. In fact, coups, we have gone beyond coups, and we would like to go to the ballot and change some of these people, or even impeach them. Francis Ampim says, Black Rasta, good evening to you and your crew for the good job for Mama Ghana. And this is pathetic. Politicians, nobody is bigger than the truth. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, this is the Blackpot, come here. One day the youth of the country will put all these dirty, greedy politicians into the black pot and fire them all because they have fooled us for so long. Amen. Henyo Raphael says, forever Black Rasta, keep up the good job. Fuseni Yaki says, Ghana is ruled as if there's no tomorrow. No generational thinking. I agree with you. Joe Emmanuel Nkrumah says, Blakk, my felicitations to you and your team. To Ghanaians, this is your president. His Excellency Ken AGYAPONG. I rest my case. But be rest assured, he would attack us all when he is in his elements. Yes, his eyes. It's true. Anger management is a problem to him. He can be angry and ask the army to bomb the whole country, like Trump. That's how he is. Angry and ask all of us to beat each other, and that he will pay. I don't want a president like that. Max Pro says, Black Rasta, I like the background song. What is the title of the song? And is it on YouTube? No, sir. It's unreleased. It's going to be coming back, and it's going to be on the Black Rasta album, which is going to be released hopefully before the year ends or early next year. Yeah. It's called Bawa. Thank you. Marcos Ekwemo says, good evening, Black Rasta and the family members. We are watching you from Amsterdam. Continue exposing our corrupt government officials. Gamelia Pasu says, welcome, Black. Unleash the stories. And Karim Sadat Aduku says, good evening, Black Rasta. Just imagine Kusasis and Mamprusis living together peacefully in Boku. Oh, Father God, hear the cry of our children. Bless my soul. Bless my soul. Kusasis and Mamprusis are one people. That's true. Oh, read the history. Today you can say, oh, Kusasi, oh, Mamprusis are wicked. Hey, Kusasis are wicked. Kusasi, you are one people. Please go through the history. Go through the history. Hey, sweet history. Kusasis have always been a humble people, not interested in chieftaincies and all that. Mamprusis also have their strengths. The Gombes and the rest of the people. They love to be in the helm of affairs and running things like that. We all cannot be kings. We all cannot be chiefs. I have agreed that I will never be president. I was not born to be president. I was not born to be a king. I was born to be a kingmaker. I agree. So if somebody is a king, I will support him. But not us. You are more brilliant than this person. Why is he a king and you are not? And then war. Kusasis, Mamprusis will beg you. You are brothers, one people. Napoleon Ashete says, Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana is now ruled by greedy old men and women. What a shame. Black Rasta, more fire. Paul Skimo says, I salute you, Black Rasta. Stephen Banda says, Black, you are too much. Always speaking truth to power. Blessed love, you are too much too. Sharif Ibrahim says, at least one politician has stood by his words. That was the point I was making. Now that I want to be president, let me just apologize and win and bring my true color. Japan says he won't do that. He will still stand by his ignorance and by his truths and by his lies. He's better. He's better than Baumia. Baumia is a joker. Vincent Ayore Apuko. I like that name. Ayore Apuko. He says, Black, more fire. Stephen Banda says, I am listening and watching you live from Bloemfontein, South Africa. Keep up the good work. Big up the people, them of South Africa. And Rap Thunder says, it's a new day. Legendary Black Rasta. So Laiji Mawena says, good evening, Black Rasta. Africa's number one. Something has to change. Volk says, I swear, Ken should be facing the law. And Volk says, stupid Ghanaians. You want him to be president. Well. All right. So what a country. And Sweet Smile says, if Ghana was a serious country, I'm sure by now Kennedy would have been behind bars long time. Yeah. And he says, by the soul of our brother Ahmed SUALE, may the soul of our brother Ahmed SUALE rest in endless peace. From Rahman Tamale. Blessed love to the people of Tamale. Eric Torto Akrong says, Black, this issue about Kennedy really pains me deeply anytime it comes in mind. About Ahmed SUALE's death. May God guide us against these wicked politicians in our land. This is Osha Boy from BFMI, the Breakthrough Family Ministries International. Yeah. Dobby Gubli says, I don't think that Any right-thinking Ghanaian will dream Kennedy AGYAPONG to become president of Ghana. In fact, if you don't dream Kennedy become president, then Mahmoud Bawumia should not even come in your mind. He's worse. In fact, if there are two people I have to choose between Mahmoud Bawumia and Kennedy, I'll take Kennedy. If Kennedy gets angry, he will bomb all of us and we'll die. But Bawumia will eat you up, small, 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 like a rat. You will suffer before you die. It's better to die in a boom than kick. Bantasi Abdul Latif says, Assalamu alaikum, Black Rasta. I'm watching you from Saudi Arabia. Black Rasta, keep the good work. More fire. Well, Ras Osaje Fudua Bill comes back again and says, no wonder we are living in a banana republic. Kennedy AGYAPONG should have faced the law right after Ahmed SUALE went down the drain. He still has the guts to spew out garbage every now and then. Karma awaits him. Bitter Bless GH says, salute, soldier. I can't miss any of your show. Any day, any time. Right from radio all the way to this channel. I love the energy you got. And I wish most of us will listen and learn lessons from all your hard teachings. Bitter Bless says, joke with it. The fact that I don't comment over here doesn't mean I'm not here. Bless up, Father. I want you to name me, Black Rasta, Babita, straight from Casland City. Blessed love, I know you're watching, and I know that you are a serious soldier. Sweet Papito says the nation will never accept his apology until he behaves like a president. The country will never forgive him. Worst president ever in Ghana. Which one of them? Sweet Papito, let's be very careful. He can sell the country for just peanuts for his pot belly. I know who has a pot belly, so I know who you're talking about. Royal Anchor TV says, imagine voting for a man that contributed to the fall of Ghana's free press index. And this being reported by international media outfits. The utterances of Kennedy AGYAPONG will certainly bite him hard. Sweet Papito says, the apology Akufo-Addo made was just to program the minds of the nation. Idrisu says, stop the equalization and deal with the matter at hand, Mr. Blakk. What equalization? We are saying and speaking truth to power. If Muhammad did it and it was bad, we'll say it. You understand? And if Kennedy AGYAPONG did it and it was wrong, we'll say it. What is the equalization? We are talking about politicians. Why you wanted to always be on, what is equalization? Muhammad didn't apologize. He said that he had what's that thing called? Dead goat syndrome. We shouldn't talk about it. Then this is not your channel. If that's what you want. What's equalization? Sweet Papito, now he doesn't even care whatever happens to the country. Of course. Fitz Daniel Dos Kojo says, Nana Addo can never escape judgment. When the time comes. Faustina King says, good job, Black Rasta, watching live from London. Big up yourself, Faustina. And you see, Idrisu, I will want to bring something to your notice. I see a battery blinking there. What battery is that? All right. So we have to, deal with it, right? I see some battery doing this like that. It means we have to close the show. They are warning us. Watch me. Watch me. It confused me a little bit. Rewind. Come. Okay, Idrisu. Idrisu, here. You see, when we talk about equalization, it's like saying, oh, this one did it. And therefore, this other person doing it is justified. That's equalization. But when we say that politicians don't like apologizing, and we mention them one after the other, that's not equalization. That's not equalization. Why was Muhammad an angel? If he was an angel, he wouldn't have apologized that, when he was in power, He did this, he did that. Now when he returns, he'll be able to solve some of them, but he's apologizing and seeking forgiveness from Ghana. Please. If you want the show to go one way, you won't get it like that. It's not possible. It's all about Ghana. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Next story. Run it, my youth. Keep your comments coming. We're going to read them again. Ghana records trade surplus. Wow. Wow. Bank of Ghana is here. And Bank of Ghana is one of the most terrible institutions we have in Ghana right now. Very shameless. We're going to talk about Bank of Ghana. But this is from My Joy Online. And it says Ghana records trade surplus of 1.77 billion in half year 2023. Gross reserves still below target. All right, so let's see what it means to say trade surplus. Total imports stood at 6.4 billion American dollars in the first 6 months of 2023, lower than 7.40 billion during the same period last year. So this year, it means that what we imported is less than what we imported last year. That's what it means. We're going to try and break it down so you understand. Balance of payment still negative, but improves remarkably. The country's balance of payment at the end of June 2023 showed a deficit of 107.8 million, approximately 0.1% of GDP. And that is the country's balance of payment at the end of June. This is far lower than the deficit of 2.49 billion recorded during the same time last year. Dash. You see, what a trade surplus is. Trade is all about imports and exports, right? Buying and selling. That's trade. If you are selling and nobody is buying, that's not trade. And if you are buying and nobody is selling, that's not trade. Somebody must be willing to sell and another person must be willing to buy. That is when you have trade. On the international front, it's all about imports and exports. So when we import, it means we are buying into the country. When we export, it means we are selling. Now the value of what we export, if it's more than the value of what we import, then we have a trade surplus, or better still, profit. That's what it means. So if Ghana has a trade surplus, it means that this year, for the first 6 months, we were able to export more than we imported. Remember, 90% of everything we import into this country is from China. But does trade surplus necessarily mean a positive? What are the economic students? No! It doesn't. What are you really exporting? If you are felling down all the rosewood and destroying your land to be able to get gold so you can send and make money, that is not productive. So let us look at the quality of our exports. Was it agriculture? What was it? We have to look at that. What is the quality of our export? What did we import? Is it things that we could have produced here, like cassava, like toothpicks and all that? We have to look into it deeper. In the next edition, I will break it down better. We will see what we imported and we will look at what we exported and juxtapose the two. Do not be deceived by just a trade surplus. But in the interim, as it stands right now, let's say kudos to the government and people of Ghana. At least we have had a trade surplus. Dash it. Next story. This is the final story here, we're done, right? Watch it. Traitor, Bank of Ghana still on. Bank of Ghana is a dirty institution. In fact, they have run at a loss because they followed an arrogant president and printed more money. Print, keep printing, print more. 81.8 million, now hitting $250 million. Ablakwa blows alarm on Bank of Ghana head office mystery. Do you all remember the the cathedral that Nana-Addo was building? They never could put a figure on it. The first figure increased, and it increased. I'm sure as it stands right now, it's still increasing. It's sad. Member of Parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has published documents suggesting that the original value of the Bank of Ghana new offices was a little over 81 million, but is now likely to exceed the 250 million tag given by the minority in Parliament. The MP, in a publication dated August 17, 2023, revealed, amongst other things, that the initial procurement processes for the office started in 2020, contrary to the view that it started under the erstwhile government. Ablakwa listed 26 points in his post addressing the corporate governance issues from the onset and issues of tendering and procurement, the companies contracted on the project, and other issues of public concern. Let's look at what Ablakwa put out. Next page. Next page. Okay, so this is what Ablakwa put up. Number one, he said, I have depressingly followed the national debate on what many outraged Ghanaians have described as the extravagant and wasteful 250 million new Bank of Ghana corporate head office. It is obvious from the Bank of Ghana's feeble and anemic defense that they have opted not to be transparent, candid, and accountable to the good people of Ghana. And he's written a lot. More and more and more and more. But that is why I'm here, to summarize it for you. Bring Ablakwa here. Bring the photo with the bald head. Good. I like this photo. I like it. You see, Ablakwa is a man that I respect so much. He has gathered some strong momentum. And if he continues with this momentum, even when they get into power, he will stand out. Bank of Ghana said, 81.8 million is what we need to build a new edifice, because our edifice is cracked and it's not fit for human habitation. That's the same reason they gave for the demolition of the La General Hospital. Up till now, how many years now? They have not laid a single foundation, but they were able to find quick money to build the new Bank of Ghana building. They are building it. From 81.8 million, it's gone all the way to 250. They will blame it on the Ukraine-Russian war. They will also blame it on COVID. A country that has no money. The bank itself has run at a loss. So huge. Yet they have money to build a mansion for themselves. To God be the glory. That's it. That's it. Now we're going to look at more messages that you have sent, and that will be it for the day. I appreciate you. Zibli Muhammad says, big up Black Rasta. Oja says, the leaders have likely clearly shown their mindset as educated fools. Keep on keeping on, Dada. Thank you, Oja. Find me the photograph of OJ Blakk, right? Zibli Muhammad says, more fire. Muhammad Watara, Mustafa Watara says, we are killing ourselves slowly in this country. It's sad, my brother. Yao Aban says, that's the more reason why some MPs and ministers are scared of Kennedy Japan, because Kennedy will not buy that. Corruption is killing Ghana. We need someone to put Ghana in check. Good job. Blessed love. Blessed love. Is that all we have? Dangote Ghana says, Dangote from Wale Wale greets you, Blakk. I greet you. Becky Aforte says, hey, Blakk, forget Kennedy Japan with his PAG mantra. Just because he wants power from Ghanaians, people don't forget Akufo-Addo in 2016. He said more sweet words than this. Ah, well, all around. Says, keep preaching, Blakk. We are following. Bless up Black Rasta. And he continues to say, truth to power, always, always. Patriotism. Fisher says, Kennedy Japan is not far from being a warlord. Ghanaians should be very careful the way we think and just trust people. I agree with you. Warlord Mate. At this juncture, I want to say, on a sad note, we lost this great brother. At the age of 40, he battled with kidney issues. In fact, he was a singer, a rapper. We lost him. He had been battling kidney disease for a number of years now, and he finally passed on today. May his body, mind, and soul rest in perfect peace. O.J. Blakk, Damrifa J. It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. Wayo!